Today's video is a little bit different. It's just showing the next project that I'll be working on. I am still finishing up the 69, but I did move it out of the room here off the platform into the other garage because I got to test fit the engine, and then I just need to weld in the shock tower plates, put the front end on, do the gaps, and then that one's pretty much done. So I gathered all my parts together. If you watched my videos in the past, you would have seen the green 65 Fastback that I cut in half. I only cut it into pieces because it was so far gone. For me to say one is too far gone for me to do, it means it's pretty rough because I save anything that I can. If it has a good inner structure, that one was just rusted all throughout. The inner structure was just gone. It would have took way longer to patch the inner structure than the cost to buy new inner structures. So that's what I have behind me in this mound of parts, is every piece to build 65 Fastback shell. So we're going to revive that one by building a new one in its place, basically. So I'm just going to go over some of the parts here and whose parts they are. If you've followed me on Instagram, I always talk about this company's parts. It's where I get most of my stuff. It just, to me, fits the best of the reproduction parts. So let's take a look and see what we got, and also an update on it. This 65 will be for sale whenever I'm done. It'll be just like my shells that you may have seen before. I've posted some of them here on YouTube of the done shells that I had. The latest one was the 67 Fastback. This is a 65. It'll have 65 VIN numbers, clean title in my name. I have most of the interior. If you've seen from that video where I cut that 65 apart, I pulled the interior that was in it, the fold down seat, the wraparound trims. And I do have a 65 289 that could go with it also if the person that was buying it wanted it. But the car, like all my shells that I list up for sale, it'll be for sale at $19,500. If anyone's interested, I'll have my socials down below, and I'll also put my email down below. You can email me if you're interested, and we can figure something out. It will only take a couple weeks to put this together, so it'll be done fairly soon. So if someone wanted to give a deposit to hold the car, I've done that many a times, because they do sell pretty quick once they're done. I've sold every shell that I've done, either beforehand, during building it, or within a month after it was finished. So they do go pretty quick. I wouldn't be surprised if this one also goes before it's done. So let's take a look, see what parts we got behind me. I'm just going to go piece by piece in this pile. A lot of it I've collected over the time, and I've just been saving it for this car. I've had this car for a while now, a year and a half or 2 years, and it's finally time to do it. I just bought the last pieces, but this is one of the original pieces that I'm going to use for the inner structure piece. I'm going to be changing the rear window panel, which I have new in a box, because that is it's just rotted too much along the window channel. But the overall inner structure part of that is really nice, so I'm going to be reusing that. Both new fenders, full quarters. And to answer which metal I'm using, I use Dynacorn metal. It just is a good aftermarket panel, in my opinion, that fits fairly good. Everything fits together like it should. I've used a lot of the reproduction stuff, just different metals, and you can definitely tell a difference. A lot of stuff is heavier gauge steel. Doors especially. I've seen it in fenders where you can just pick up the cheaper version and pick up this Dynacorn version, and you can feel the weight difference. But like I said, full quarters, the quarter trunk corners. I have one that I saved from an original car a while back, and I got one new one. I got a box full of goodies. It's all from Dynacorn. I have door latches and strikers, strut rod bracket supports, bumpers, all kinds of the little stuff, latches, trunk latches, everything to close everything in the end. So whenever the car is shipped to wherever it's going, at least all the doors will latch and open, the hood will latch and open, the trunk will latch and open. So when it's shipped, you don't have to worry about tying nothing down, nothing's flying apart. So I get all that stuff, and that will be all put on the car, and it helps line everything up in the end. So it closes, and it closes right where it should with all the gaps. Radiator support, shock tower assemblies, left and right, the full one-piece ones. You can see there's a cowl panel in that one. Rear window panel to go on that original one. Roof is in that big box there. New roof skin. Full firewall. The Dynacorn doors. Not only that's one that is a major difference. Dynacorn doors. Just the lines, the edges of it are a lot more crisp than the basic cheap ones. And it just seems to fit fenders and quarters a lot better, along with being a heavier gauge steel. And another thing that I found with the Dynacorn is the grain that's on the interior is deeper than the cheaper door. So in the end, whenever you paint that, and you got a couple layers of paint on your interior grain, you can still see the grain as opposed to the other stuff. It ends up looking more of a flat finish, and it looks crappier. So that's another benefit to that one. I have a Eleanor style hood, which I've had for a while. I'm going to put it on the car, but it could be an option to put a stock hood on, but I'm going to put that one on because it is a really nice hood. It is steel backed, so it's not all fiberglass. So it is a nice quality hood. I have a Shelby front valance. That is one of the fiberglass ones that also retains using the front bumper. So you still use the front bumper with that one, but it's just a nice little upgrade. I think it'll look good with that Shelby valance, the Eleanor hood. I think it'll give it a little bit of a custom look. And it's easy to change if whoever's buying it doesn't want it. It's just two pieces. They could change it real easy, and they're bolt on. So in the big box from Dynacorn is the inner structures, left and right. There's one in that box and one in that big box. And there's also some other parts that they shipped that they put in there with it. I have the roof braces that go across from inner structure to inner structure, front and rear ones. They're laying in there. I have torque boxes, which you can see that those are convertible torque boxes, which is another thing that I'm going to be doing a little bit different with this car. This one's going to be real structurally sound. In the case, they're all structurally sound, but this one I have a one-piece floor from Dynacorn that it's a convertible one. So it has the inner rockers. It has the seat platform that ties across, so it's just beefier. So if anyone wants to build something that's having some power, or it don't necessarily have to have extra power, but it's just going to be a stronger shell. And really the only difference is that inner structure and the seat platforms. But it just adds a lot more to the structure of the car. So I got torque boxes in there. I have a upper stone guard also wrapped up in there. These ones, they come with the inner and outer wheelhouses already on. We have stone guard and the rear valance. And we have trunk lid. And have all the little parts. I just was getting everything down just to make sure, double check that I had everything before I started on it so I can move real seamlessly through this. I already rebuilt door hinges a while back. I just got to quick blast them lightly just to get that surface rust back off. Door hinge plates, which I just saw that the inner structures come with those. But I'll probably use these original ones. They're already rebuilt, new springs. Bucket extensions, I had that one. There's another new one in the boxes there. Original hood hinges that I already blasted a while ago. Hood latch support, trunk hinges, original that'll be blasted and clean. They have a trunk bracket that has, will get the latch on it. Rear bumper brackets for the inside that get welded on. And I had these torque box gussets, which they're for, I believe, 6970, or yeah, I believe they're just for 6970. I don't know if 67.8s had them or not, but I was going to look at sticking those on just to also brace it even more. That's pretty much everything downstairs, other than there's other stuff hiding in some of those boxes, little pieces, but I'll show you the one-piece floor yet. And there's the floor I'm talking about. One-piece Supreme floor from Dynacorn. Trunk floors, transition, rails, everything's already on it. And this is the convertible style, which it has the inner rocker, the thick inner rocker. All of them have inner rockers, but that one has basically like a tubular inner rocker that's meant for the convertibles, along with the seat platform that goes the whole way across, supporting it. And then there's also supports on the bottom side of that seat platform. But I've had this for a while. I don't do convertibles, and I've seen a good bit of people that have put these in their fastbacks or coupes just because it does brace the car really well. And so that's what I'm going to be doing with this one. I figured, why not? It'll just add a little bit to the car, and it doesn't change very much. Everything still mounts up the same. Other than, of course, interior, you just would have to get convertible carpet, convertible kick panels, sill plates, just the stuff that attaches to the floor there once the car's together. But you can easily just get the convertible stuff, and it fits right on like it should. See if you can see the bottom braces there. They tie right into the floor supports. But there's the floor pan. The main piece, which it just makes it easy. It should go together really well. It's just a lot of big pieces. You'll set the floor pan up, put the sides, the inner structures on each side, the roof braces in between, and it's the skeleton of the car is there with basically 3-4 pieces, and then the one-piece shock tower assemblies, one piece radiator support, and then the whole front end's on. It's just a lot of big pieces. Looks scary in the beginning, but it goes together really nicely. That's going to be it for this video. I should be starting on it fairly soon. I may start on it 1 or 2 days this week. I'm waiting on a couple pieces for some other stuff. I just moved the 69 over. I'll still be on that here until it's finished. But I'll have a bunch of videos coming on this one as I put the whole car together. Hopefully I can do a lot more in-depth ones on this car. This will be one of my personal cars until it is sold. So I'm just going to I'll film more while I'm on it, doing parts of the actual assembly. Hopefully I'll set up some cameras, capture some of the stuff, give some tips on putting anything together. So if you have any questions on something that you might want to see in putting these cars together, now's the time. Leave a comment down below, and I'll try to do some of them, ones that are reasonable enough that I can do it on video by myself here in the garage. I still got to move quick on the car just because it's a business. This is what I'm doing every day. So just got to make it all work together. But like I said, the car will be for sale in the end. So if you're interested, my email's down below. Give me a shout, and we'll try and set something up. But thanks for watching the video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Hit the subscribe button if you're not. There'll be a bunch more videos to come on this 65. You'll see it come together just like the 69. It'll just start coming together from a bunch of boxes to a done rolling shell. The car will be on 4 wheels, suspension, ready to go onto a trailer. So I'll see you guys in the next one.